Have you ever felt the sting of isolation, the quiet that seems to stretch on endlessly, leaving you to question your purpose? It's easy to feel abandoned, disconnected, or forgotten during these times. But what if I told you that this very isolation is not only meaningful, but part of a divine purpose in your spiritual journey? Isolation is not a punishment, nor is it a sign of rejection. Rather, it is a sacred space in which God is calling you to grow, to reflect, and to deepen your relationship with Him. In this stillness, away from the noise of the world, you are offered the rare opportunity to reconnect with your inner self, to listen for God's voice, and to discover deeper layers of your soul. It is a chance to focus on your spiritual development without distractions, to find peace amidst the chaos of life. Think of Jesus in the wilderness, fasting and praying for 40 days, preparing for His ministry. That period of solitude wasn't one of punishment. It was a time of transformation, renewal, and spiritual sharpening. Just as Jesus needed those 40 days to strengthen His purpose, your time of isolation can be used to draw nearer to your Creator. Use this sacred time to meditate, to pray, and to reflect on God's plan for you. Don't see this as a void in your life, but rather as an opportunity for growth and divine connection. Your isolation is not an accident. It is God's intentional plan to mold and shape you into the person He needs you to be. It is in the quiet moments that you will hear His voice more clearly, feel His presence more intimately, and grow in your faith in ways that wouldn't be possible amidst the distractions of the world. Neglect not your spiritual growth. When God isolates you, the last thing you should do is neglect the chance for spiritual growth. It is easy to fall into a mindset of passivity during these times of solitude, to let the stillness overwhelm you, or to succumb to the temptation of distractions. But in reality, this is the most opportune time to invest deeply in your spiritual practices. Engage with God in ways you may not have before. Take this time to meditate deeply, reflect on the scriptures, and enter into prayer like never before. God is calling you to go deeper, to listen more intently, and to grow closer to Him. Isolation gives you the space to explore new dimensions of your faith, whether that means journaling your thoughts, memorizing scripture, or even joining virtual study groups to engage with others in the spiritual community. You are being called to elevate your spiritual life, and this is the moment to do so. Think of the saints, the prophets, and those who have walked this path before you. They didn't achieve their greatest spiritual breakthroughs without periods of deep solitude. In fact, isolation became a catalyst for their divine purpose. When you commit to spiritual growth, you make room for clarity, inspiration, and divine guidance that will sustain you through all of life's trials. This is not a time for wasted moments. It is a chance to grow in your relationship with God, to align your heart and mind with His will. The deeper you dive, the more you will be filled with His love and wisdom. By committing to this journey of spiritual growth, you not only build a stronger connection with God, but also become a beacon for others who may be struggling through their own moments of isolation. Your journey is a testament to His power to transform solitude into strength, loneliness into spiritual vitality. Overlook not character refinement. Isolation is not just about spiritual growth, it is also about character refinement. When God calls you into solitude, He isn't only interested in your spiritual connection. He is refining your character to make you stronger, more resilient, and more aligned with His purpose. It is in the quiet moments, when you are left with no distractions, that you are able to confront your inner self, the habits, the attitudes, and the behaviors that may need to be changed in order for you to step fully into your divine calling. God uses isolation as a tool to purify your character. Just like a blacksmith refines metal through fire, God uses isolation to strengthen your heart, mind, and spirit. You may be faced with uncomfortable truths about yourself, things you've avoided or neglected, but this process is necessary. It is through acknowledging your weaknesses and working to overcome them that you become who God has called you to be. Consider how a sculptor chisels away at a block of marble, revealing the masterpiece hidden within. This is how God works during times of isolation. He chips away at the parts of you that no longer serve his purposes, and in doing so, he reveals the stronger, purer version of yourself. Use this time to reflect on your behaviors, your weaknesses, and the aspects of yourself that need improvement. Engage in activities that challenge you, whether it's spiritual disciplines like fasting, simplicity, or service, or more personal growth activities such as journaling, volunteering, or learning a new skill. Surround yourself with people who will encourage your personal growth and help you stay accountable. This process isn't easy, but it is essential. It is in the fire of isolation that your true character is revealed, and this refinement is what will equip you to fulfill the divine mission God has prepared for you. Refine your mindset for divine clarity. In moments of isolation, your mindset plays a crucial role in determining the clarity you gain during this season. It is so easy to fall into a negative, confused, or anxious state of mind when the distractions of the world are removed. However, this is precisely the time to refine your mindset so that you can perceive the divine wisdom and clarity that God is offering. The mind is a powerful tool. It can either elevate or limit your spiritual experience. When in isolation, your thoughts are more present than ever, and they have the potential to shape your reality in profound ways. This is why it's vital to cultivate a mindset that is open, positive, and aligned with God's will. It's easy to let doubt, fear, or negative self-talk take root, but these are distractions from the clarity God is trying to reveal to you. The first step is to acknowledge your thoughts and challenge them. Are they thoughts of self-doubt, fear, or limitation, or are they thoughts of divine possibility, faith, and expansion? You have the power to control how you perceive your situation. Rather than seeing isolation as a setback, see it as a divine opportunity to clear your mind of the clutter, to focus on what truly matters, and to see God's vision for your life more clearly. Spend time meditating on the Word of God, affirming His truth over your life, and intentionally shifting your thoughts away from negativity and toward divine possibilities. Let God renew your mind, clearing away the mental blocks that have kept you from seeing His plans for you in their fullness. When you train your mind to think in alignment with His will, you create the space for divine clarity to pour in. This mindset shift will be the foundation for the clarity you need to take bold, inspired action once this period of isolation comes to an end. Harness your emotional energy for spiritual transformation. During times of isolation, your emotions can be intense, overwhelming, and sometimes unpredictable. However, these emotions are not meant to be suppressed or ignored. Rather, they are powerful forces that can be harnessed for your spiritual transformation. When you allow your emotions to flow without judgment, you open yourself up to profound spiritual breakthroughs. Emotions are not inherently negative or positive. They are simply energy that flows through you, and they carry with them powerful messages. When you feel anger, sadness, joy, or fear, these emotions are signals that something deeper is at work. Instead of pushing them away or reacting impulsively, take time to sit with them, understand their source, and use them as opportunities for growth. For example, when you feel fear, consider why it's present. Is it fear of the unknown? Is it fear of stepping into your divine calling? Recognize that fear, when channeled correctly, can fuel courage. When you feel anger, ask yourself if it's related to injustice or past wounds. Acknowledge that anger can be a catalyst for healing and justice. By reframing your emotions as tools for transformation, you begin to empower yourself rather than be controlled by them. Use your time of isolation to practice emotional mastery, journaling about your feelings, reflecting on their source, and meditating on God's peace. As you learn to process and release your emotions, you create the emotional space for spiritual transformation. Emotional energy, when directed intentionally, can elevate you to new levels of spiritual growth. Allow your emotions to propel you forward in your spiritual journey rather than holding you back. Awaken the divine power within you. You are not simply a passive observer in this journey of isolation. You are a co-creator with God. This time of solitude is not just about reflection and growth. It is about awakening the divine power that already resides within you. You were not made to be weak, ineffective, or powerless. In fact, you carry the power of the Creator within you, and this period of isolation is your opportunity to tap into that divine force. It is easy to forget this power when we are surrounded by distractions and external influences. But when you are alone, without the noise of the world, you can hear the still small voice of God reminding you of your true strength. You are a vessel for divine power, a conduit through which God's love, wisdom, and energy can flow into the world. But to access this power, you must first believe in it and allow it to rise within you. This is a time to reconnect with your true identity, to remember that you were created for greatness, and to tap into the divine potential within you. The same power that created the universe resides in you. It is not something distant or unattainable. The more you embrace this truth, the more you can step into your power. Use this time of isolation to reconnect with your divinity through prayer, meditation, and inner reflection. When you remember the power within you, you begin to act from a place of strength, clarity, and purpose. You move forward with confidence, knowing that God is working through you. This is not a time to question your worth or your abilities. This is a time to step fully into the divine power that is yours by birthright. Embrace the truth that you are not weak or small. You are a powerful being with the potential to change the world. It is time to awaken that power within and live as the divine, powerful person you were created to be. Embrace the power of silence and solitude. In today's world, noise is constant. It surrounds us from all angles, whether it's the relentless pace of society, the buzz of notifications, or the pressure to be always on. Yet, in the midst of this chaos, there is a transformative power waiting to be embraced, the power of silence and solitude. This power is not something that comes from external sources, but something that rises from within you when you create space for it. Silence is not the absence of sound. It is the presence of awareness. For the chosen ones, solitude is sacred. It is not something to be feared or avoided. It is in these moments of stillness that you find the deepest clarity about your purpose. It is here that you reconnect with your higher self, hear the whispers of the divine, and feel the pull of your true calling. In solitude, you transcend the external noise and reconnect with the quiet guidance that resides within. Embrace solitude as a gift, not a curse. You do not need to fill every moment with activity, nor do you need to seek constant companionship. The energy of the universe flows through you when you are still and present. In this silence, you are able to discern what is truly important, what aligns with your soul's purpose, and what is merely a distraction. Through silence, you cultivate inner strength and wisdom. Remember, silence is where the seeds of transformation are planted. It is in these sacred moments that the universe speaks to you most clearly. When you remove the distractions and quiet the mind, you open yourself to the vast wisdom of the cosmos. This is where miracles begin. As you embrace the power of silence and solitude, you begin to cultivate a deeper connection to your true self, and in doing so, you find the path to your divine mission. Trust the unseen forces at work. One of the most profound truths you can come to understand is that you are never alone on this journey. There are forces at work far beyond your understanding, guiding you, protecting you, and nudging you toward your purpose. These forces are not bound by time or space. They work in ways that are mysterious, yet their presence is undeniable when you open your heart and mind to them. You may not always see these forces, but they are always present. The universe is constantly working behind the scenes to align people, opportunities, and experiences for your highest good. Every event, every challenge, and every encounter is a piece of the divine puzzle unfolding before you. The more you trust these unseen forces, the more you will find yourself in flow with the divine order of the universe. It is easy to get caught up in the illusion of control, to believe that everything is happening because of your efforts alone. Yet, the true path of the chosen one requires surrender. Surrendering to the unseen forces at work means trusting that everything is happening as it should. It means understanding that there is a greater intelligence at play, one that can see the entire landscape of your life, past, present, and future. In times of uncertainty, it is especially important to trust the unseen. It is in these moments that the forces working on your behalf are most active. They are leading you toward what you need, even if it doesn't always look the way you expect. Trust in the process, for every detour and every obstacle is a part of your divine unfolding. These unseen forces are your allies, and they are constantly moving you toward the highest expression of your soul's purpose. Your mission is bigger than yourself. As a chosen one, you must recognize that your purpose is not solely about personal achievement or fulfillment. Your mission is far greater than any one individual's aspirations. It is a mission that serves the collective good, a calling that transcends the confines of your own desires and ambitions. When you awaken to your true mission, you begin to realize that your life is not your own. It is part of a greater cosmic plan. Your journey is not about gaining recognition or accumulating wealth, but about contributing to the awakening and healing of the world. You are chosen because you possess the strength, wisdom, and resilience to fulfill a divine purpose. This purpose may not always be easy to understand, and at times it may feel burdensome. But remember, your mission is not just about you. It is about the lives you will touch, the hearts you will heal, and the legacy you will leave behind. The impact of your mission is far-reaching, even if you cannot yet see the full scope of it. Every choice you make, every step you take, sends ripples of transformation out into the world. The energy you embody affects others in ways that may seem invisible, but they are profound. As you walk in alignment with your divine purpose, you inspire others to do the same. You create a ripple effect of awakening, healing, and empowerment. This mission requires courage. It requires you to stand tall in your truth, even when the world may not understand. It requires you to be unwavering in your commitment to the greater good, even when it feels like the path is uncertain. Your mission is sacred. It is not about seeking external rewards. It is about fulfilling the calling of your soul. Trust in the significance of the work you are doing, for it is part of the divine design, and you were born to fulfill it. You are stepping into your divine power. As you stand on the precipice of your awakening, remember that you are stepping into the fullness of your divine power. Everything you have experienced up until this moment has been leading you to this point, the realization of who you truly are and the divine mission you were sent here to fulfill. You are not simply a human being. You are a divine spark of consciousness, a chosen one with an extraordinary purpose. This is your time to step into your full power. The fears and doubts that once held you back are dissolving. You are now fully aligned with your true self, your soul's calling, and the divine energy that flows through you. The journey ahead may not always be easy, but it will be one of great fulfillment and deep purpose. You are being called to rise above the limitations of the material world and step into your higher calling. As you walk forward, trust that every step you take is divinely guided. You are not alone. You are supported by unseen forces, by the universe itself, and by the wisdom of your higher self. Everything you need to fulfill your mission is already within you. You have been prepared for this moment your entire life. Embrace the divine power within you. Walk boldly in your truth. The world is waiting for you to rise, and your mission is far greater than you can imagine. You are the chosen one, and this is just the beginning of your journey. The time has come for you to step into your divine power and fulfill the sacred purpose you were born to fulfill.